I'm Professor Paul Onyenekwe, and I am the fourth Director General, Substantive Director General of Sheda Science and Technology Complex. Sheda Science and Technology Complex was established in 1993. The essence of establishing the place was when Nigeria observed that there was a decay in facilities in the universities and research institutes, and there was a need to have a central point where some of the facilities that are lacking in most of these institutions can be situated and people will have free access to them on a cost-effective basis. And for that reason, it was established a group of very high quality standard scientists, including one of them, Professor Mezie, who was the VC of Unijus, was one of the personalities that were involved. And then a decree was promulgated in 1993 under the then president, military president, Babangida. Okay, and the then military president, Babangida. Then the key center was the Nuclear Technology Center. That was the main focus then, but they have other laboratories, the Chemistry Advanced Laboratory. They were called National Advanced Centers. You have chemistry, physics, biotechnology, applied mathematics, and simulation. Now, these were the four centers in addition to the Nuclear Technology Center, which was the main focus then. But later, in 2006, the Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission was activated. The decree, or now the law establishing that, was activated, and the Nuclear Technology Center was removed and then transferred to the Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission. And the transfer actually was not what the president then, Olusegun Obasanjo, approved. What he approved was that the Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission will supervise the NTC and other nuclear technology centers in Nigeria, where you have ABU, Center for Energy Research and Training in ABU. You have the Center for Energy Research and Development of Bafemi Awolowo University. So these were the three. However, for reasons best known to those people then, they took over the Nuclear Technology Center. And since they took over that center, nothing is happening. Nigeria invested a lot of money to establish the gamma irradiation facility. I may have to say that I came to Shesco discovered me because of the Nuclear Technology Center, the gamma irradiation facility, because my PhD was in the area of gamma irradiation. And therefore, I came in then to deliver paper on the utilization of the gamma radiation facility. And then the DG, Professor Mevon, asked me that I have to come and join them. Unfortunately, before I was able to come, I had a fellowship in Germany and I went to Germany. And while I was in Germany, they continued to talk to me that I should come back, or whenever I come back, I should come to Shesco. And that was essentially my journey into Shesco. Yeah, initially I wanted to read geography. Yeah. I wanted to, my interest was to read geography because I was very good in geography. But my uncle's wife, because my uncle also read geography, so my uncle's wife spoke to me that I don't need to go there. Since I'm also good in sciences, why not go and pick any of the sciences? But something happened. And as a child, I used to enjoy palm wine. And one of the palm wine tappers one day said, the way I'm seeing you will not be able to, one day you'll be looking for where to get palm wine to drink and you will not get it. So I took it as a challenge. I said, what is this one saying? So during the same year, I went for, usually every long vacation, my father used to send us for youth training. So I went for youth training, and during the counseling session, I asked this question: how can somebody prepare palm wine? And what is palm wine? They said the key thing in palm wine is fermentation. Then I asked the person, now, which course will I read? And I will know more about this fermentation. And he said, microbiology, biochemistry. So the following year I took JAMB, and my first choice was University of Benin, biochemistry. Second choice, microbiology, because my plan was to go and see how I would prepare palm wine. That was the key thing that dragged me into science. But in my final year, I did a small, what we call pre-project on the local drinks, brukutu, pito, and that kind of a thing. And they came out very well. And I had the intention of working on that palm wine. But that same year, Professor Okundeyo of microbiology, University of Benin, with his team, were able to prepare palm wine. I won't use the word synthesize. They produced palm wine in the laboratory. And by then I had already entered science, and I have no choice than to continue. And I did my first degree, finished my first degree in Benin, and then went to ABU, where I read the same biochemistry, but in food, biochemistry, and nutrition. But when I now came back for PhD, I settled for food biochemistry and toxicology, majoring mainly in radiation technology as used in food processing. However, along the line, because at the time I got my PhD, I was single, I had not married, so that useful experience was there. I had the opportunity of attending a course, hand-on workshop, and in that course, I was now introduced into biotechnology, and of which one of I don't know whether is he a director Professor Solomon Onyenekwe was one of the facilitators in that workshop. And that was how I was transformed from somebody in food irradiation now to biotechnology. However, I still ensured that I didn't lose touch of my irradiation, and I still remain focused in biotechnology. However, along the line, I added nanotechnology. Because when I discovered that that was one of the topical areas in science, I took some days off, took research leave, and went to Germany in one of the laboratories and did a hands-on on that area for 3 good months. And definitely with that, I've been able to supervise some PhD students and MSc in nanotechnology. Yeah, first of all, I only was a student in Unibe, and but while there, I was also involved in kind of leadership, because I was a class rep at a point in time, and I contested student union elections. I was in my department, the National Association of Biochemistry Students then, I was the financial secretary. So I came to know a little bit of administration as a student. And then in ABU, I was also involved in student union activities. I've finished my master's PhD in ABU, and I was employed. And I started work in ABU as a student before defending my PhD. And that was 1992. By 1996, I was made a program leader, which is equivalent of saying that somebody is a director of a unit or a head of department, as the case may be. So just 4 years, I became the program leader. And by then, I was just Research Fellow 1. And as Research Fellow 1, within the program, you have many professors. You may not believe it. The director there of the institute, IAR, was a member of my program. So we used to crack jokes. If I give him anything to sign, I'll say, if you don't sign this thing, when you are asking for money from the program, I won't give you. And we will laugh over it, he will sign. And then whenever he comes to me for signing, he say, if I don't sign, he will not do this. We'll simply crack it. So that, again, gave me the opportunity to learn that one major virtue that any leader should have is humility. Because my director then, now late Professor Lubemi, very humane, very jovial. By then, I'm supposed to be as old as his first son, or a little bit older than the first son, but I can be his son. But the way he used to handle me made me to believe that leadership is not, you are not the boss. You are just to lead. And you lead by example. So, and again, in the university there, I had a very wonderful supervisor, Professor G.H. Obadu, who gave me the opportunity to express myself as early as possible. As a matter of fact, then, the moment you are appointed to be a student to him, they will tell you, go and meet PC, because it's PC that is going to supervise. So he gave me that opportunity to develop trust, because without trust, he would not have asked me to be doing certain things on his behalf. So that's one other thing that I learned, at least from ABU: humility, trust. And the moment you betray that trust, you have lost so many things. Yeah, going to Nasarawa State University was on a mission. Ab initio, I had a brief to come and establish biochemistry department. That's one brief. And two, to assist in the establishment of the PG school. So I went straight and we established the biochemistry department. Within 6 months that I was employed, I was able to develop the curriculum, and we invited the NUC for visitation, and the course was approved for the university. Again, trust. Because the then Vice Chancellor, Professor Adamu Beike, who happened to be my Vice Chancellor in University of Benin. So he has known me as a student and also came to know me as a lecturer. But there is something that is very unique about my relationship with him. I doubt if we have so many of such coincidences, where the person who matriculated you as a Vice Chancellor is the person who pronounced you a professor. I doubt if there are two other people of that nature. So the same Adamu Beike who matriculated me was also the same Adamu Beike who pronounced me professor. So I worked with him and gave me this thing, trust. Trust. So coming into Sheda, and yes, I worked with the same Professor Badu because he was the director of Biotech when I came in, and he was one of those people instrumental to my coming because he insisted that I must come, and he was my supervisor, and we had a very good and wonderful relationship. We still have, anyway. I didn't want to say no to him because at the time I came back from Germany, I had an appointment in South Africa, I had an appointment in Canada, I had an appointment in Gambia. But I felt that I have to go and serve my fatherland. So that was one of the reasons I came back. And so most of these things that I learned have been able to help me, relate with my staff. Yes, at times, once in a while, you feel betrayed because that virtue trust, which I learned and which guided me and which made my principals have very high confidence in me. I usually expect it from other people, but at times you don't get it. At times you don't get it. But it is very, very important. Like there's a common saying, you can't give somebody a goat and still hold the rope. Because I believe that you cannot say that someone is not responsible until you give him a responsibility. And therefore, I normally try as much as possible, believe in somebody first, give him a responsibility. Even if he fails, I give him another opportunity. Trust, humility is there. And then you also need to know, identify, or what I can call talent hunting. You should be able to identify some people that have certain unique properties or qualities. There are people that find it difficult to express themselves. There are people that don't come out freely. They know the answer to a question, but you need to prompt them. So if you're able to identify such things, such people, and then mentor them. And that's one area that I've done so well that today, if I leave Shesco, if I leave the science world, I will beat my chest. Because wherever I've been, I've mentored so many. I will just see somebody, it can be in a conference, I will pick you up and start chatting you up. And before you know it, and I will be telling you, you can do this, I see you can do this, I see you can do this. And before you know it, the next thing is that the person will write me one day and say, Prof, that thing you told me, I have done it. And it gives me joy. There's a lady who's working with UNESCO. At times, I use the word embarrassment, because each place where, if you invite her any place and I'm there, she must tell the story of our relationship. How I just saw her, saw this thing in her, and encouraged her. And that today she is what she is. That probably if I did not harass her, she would not have been able to do that. So, it's one area. Even in Shesco here, I've identified this thing. And I'm also somebody that is known for change. I believe that the world is dynamic. One of the these things is that there are so many. Before I came to Shesco, they have this mentality of civil service that for you, before you go for studies, you must be confirmed. You must be confirmed. That means you must have spent 2 years before you'll be able to. But when I came on board, I told them, I said, no. That anybody who is a researcher in a research institute is a trainee if you don't have a PhD. It's a trainee. You don't have a PhD, you're a trainee. It took some time before it was adopted, and that led to the kind of number of PhDs, MSc that we get almost on an annual basis. If you are employed in Shesco today and you already have an admission letter for master's or PhD, you simply write and you'll be allowed to go. And that has encouraged so many of them. And also we encourage them because I'm a Humboldt fellow. And because I know what it means to have a very good fellowship. So I encourage my staff. Right now we have about 3 of them who are in one fellowship or the other. 2 are in US, 1 is in South Africa. And you find out that, one also came back from South Africa some time ago. You now discover that when you meet these people, you discover that they are unique. They are exposed. And that's one of the things that gives me joy. Yeah, before I became DG, I remained active in my laboratory work. Almost every other year or thereabout, I normally take 3 months research leave. I'll go to a lab in Germany and continue with my research work. And I go to the lab, do whatever that is expected of me as a researcher, But the key thing is that usually I go for something new. I'll give you an example. In 2009, because before then I've been working with gamma radiation. In 2009, I said, okay, no. Yes, I'm in this radiation technology. Why can't I go to a new area in radiation? I now went into electron beam, 2009. And from electron beam, I went into UV. So that's another way of keeping myself busy, ensuring that I follow the trend. And I didn't mention this. In 2005, because I've done a little bit of cloning and genetic engineering, I decided in 2005, I got a fellowship from UCED and went to IITA and do some work in genomics. Just to develop myself. In 2015, I went to Germany and did some work in nanotechnology, tried to synthesize nanoparticles and run a lot of experiments, to acquaint myself with that technology, And like I said earlier, I've been able to even supervise some PhD guys in that nanotechnology. If I didn't have that kind of opportunity or that kind of zeal to develop myself, probably I would have just stopped with my radiation technology and no. One, I like music quite all right, but Christian music, that's in most cases, and there is, if you call any of my very close friends, especially like my family members, and today is Tuesday, ask them what will I be doing around 8 o'clock today. They will say, he will be watching WWE wrestling. So all those things, and also very, very deep in studying or reading philosophical books. I try to understand life beyond what we do in the laboratory. So that, because I know I used to teach philosophy of science, and there is this, people believe that I'm too deep in religion, and I will be teaching certain things that seems to be in conflict with religion. But I said there's no conflict. Religion starts where science stops. In other words, science starts where religion stops. There are certain things, if you want to explain scientific things using religious principles, you end up messing it up. Or you try to explain science things using religious principles, or vice versa. No. You should be able to know that this one is beyond science. Yes, probably in future, science may be able to answer that question. But for now, that's the limit. For now, that's the limit. So I try as much as possible and know the limit. And that is why at times when I argue with some people, especially some people who see me, because I'm a Knight of St. John, and they see me as being religious, but they say, why should you do this? Why should you think this way? Like my involvement in GMO, many people ask me, why do you? Because I chaired most of the committees that approved the earliest GMO crops in Nigeria. I chaired the committee. So I said, if you have any other reason outside science, I will listen to you. But the moment you are talking about science, we understand that GMO is free. You don't have some of these problems you are thinking or you think will happen when you take the GMO. Nothing. It's not the first technology. Any new technology comes with fear. People will always argue, so that people are condemning it and saying this, attributing anything to it. I don't blame them. It's a new technology, so people are bound to be confused. At times, you may not know how people value what you do, until you are called and they start talking about you. And often, it may be by chance I will meet somebody in a place and they will say, okay, can you come and deliver a paper for us? Like if you check most of those things, they are from the military. Because I work with some of them and discuss freely, so I feel so glad, and I believe that even when I retire tomorrow, each time I will see these things, it reminds me that at least I did not waste my life. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've been avoiding interviews, all these television interviews and even radio interviews. I've been avoiding it because often I'd like to be very frank. And since I'm holding a political office, I avoid, so that I may not be prompted to make any statement that I will receive a visitor that I did not plan for. However, when I got the invitation, and one of the things that attracted me most was the person behind the scene, and that's Professor Solomon Waka. Like I said, I hope he's one of the people that introduced me into biotechnology. Though we were classmates, he went into biotechnology, molecular biology and this thing, and I went to my radiation, food science and this thing. So, but that's one. And then the next one is that, for somebody, a scientist venturing into media, and I know him. Even when we were students, I know the kind of person he is. He's also another very frank person. So, and I felt that definitely this is not a child's play, and it's not those that are doing it for the sake of their pocket. That's the major thing.